Okay, we're back. And now we're going to practice with the elephant. You made a practice drawing of the elephant, followed me along previously. So I want you to get out that practice drawing. Here's the one I made. And we're going to practice again with our chalk, but this time I'm going to add a few more features that you're going to enjoy. So, most elephants are gray, but I'm going with Franz Marc's colorful things, colorful animals, and I'm going to use blue on mine. And if you remember, we started by tracing over the large circle first with our chalk. Big enough that I'm going to use a tissue. Wrap that around my finger and then blend that. Leaving it dark around the outside and lighter as you go in. Again, make sure you're tracing the circle and not going across the page. You'll lose your animal. It'll all be one color, you'll lose your animal, and then what's the point? That's the big circle. We've got a medium circle. And then his small circle. All right, those are our big body parts. And there's nothing bigger than an elephant. Large, medium, and small. Now we're going to go ahead and follow along with the other shapes. His legs are kind of rectangular shape. I think his legs are big enough that I can still use the tissue. And the back leg. Forgot his tail. I'll have to add his tail. I'm going to do his front leg. The other front leg. Chalk is not an exact science. It doesn't have to always stay in the lines, but you do want to kind of contain it. So I'm going to do his hip here and belly. Now I'm just going to follow along on my pencil lines. Back. The ear. Trunk. I'm going to skip over the tusk because the tusk wants to stay white and I don't want to add blue to that. So I'm going to skip over the tusk. I think I'm going to use a Q-tip. get into that smaller area. So I don't get it on the white tusk. That looks good. All right, so we've taken care of most of our elephant here, all the body parts, large, medium, small, and then we did the legs, which are pretty much rectangles, and then his trunk. Anything that is three-dimensional, anything that has mass, anything that takes up space, will have a highlight and a shadow. Something where the sunlight is hitting it on one side and it's in the shadow where the sun doesn't get it. So now we want to make our animal look more three-dimensional by adding those features. Let's imagine that your sun is over here in the corner. I'm not going to draw it on the paper, but let's just imagine that the sun is here and the light is coming across our elephant this way. He would have shadows on this side. So I'm going to take a darker color. I'm going to go around his haunches and down that leg on that side and down the leg on that side to give him a little bit of dark shadow where the sun don't shine. Okay. Going to do the same on his belly because he's not going to get any sunlight there. Down that side of that leg and on the inside of that leg. He would have a shadow on the inside of his ear, on this side of his ear. And on the underside of his trunk. I'm going to use my Q-tip. Okay, I'm going to give you a few minutes. I want you to work on your elephant and I want you to add the shadows. Choose one color for the animal. Choose a darker color for your shadows. And then I'll be back and we'll work on the next step in a few minutes.